G'day! In today's video, I'm replacing the display in an Asus Vivobook 17. This particular one has the model number S712E, released in late 2021. First of all, you want to make sure your machine is completely powered off. So I've held down the power button for about 30 seconds, hit the keyboard, I get no signs of life. From there I'm happy to proceed. Some people will suggest disconnecting the battery. Usually I haven't really ever needed to go to that length. As long as I'm comfortable and I know the machine's off and it doesn't have any power on modes where you flick the screen open and it powers up. With that turned off completely, I want to take off the covers down the bottom here, the small square covers, and with those getting removed, we should reveal some screws. So I'm using a fairly fine pair of tweezers. That should come up from here. Put that aside, or at least attempt to put that aside, it's very springy. Let's get stuck to the table, which then will get stuck something else and then disappear completely. Go over to the other side and repeat. Put that up here. And then I'm going to use a small Phillips head screwdriver to be able to take these screws out. One screw. Two screw. Next up, I should be able to grab in on the trim and lift it out towards me. At least that's what usually should be able to happen. How about a thin plastic pry tool? There we go. It will be fairly loud, it will be fairly crunchy. That is fairly normal and expected. Be careful around the webcam up the top here. There we go, and do be careful with the trim as it is fairly brittle. It may potentially break like it just did there. Usually I wouldn't expect this plastic to be as brittle, being it's only 1 year old, but that is sometimes the case. Normally down the bottom, this bit here is usually stuck to the screen with double-sided tape. So it may take a little bit more to be able to get to it. Slide this along here. That will separate. Okay, that is loosened there. Next up, I suspect that the screen is held in by a couple of plastic tabs, which would be right about, or plastic double-sided adhesive, which is here, and there's one similar over here. Grab this with some tweezers and pull. We should just be able to keep pulling and hopefully that doesn't snap. Okay, keep going. Pulling, stopping, and pulling again. There we go. We just removed this from being in there. You've got to now do the same to the other side. Which is here. There we go, now got that removed. Now I should hopefully just be able to fold the screen forward and it should hopefully move for us. Like that. And if we peek down, with a bit of luck and separation, very stubborn. Curse this tape. There we go. Now we are free. Just going to fold it open, lift it up. There we go. Just going to fold this forward and see this connection here. Now, this little sensor down here is disconnected by the looks of it. I want to fold this over and disconnect this tape here. Should be a matter of getting under it here. I'm actually using a good pair of side of the tweezers. Peel this up. Okay, pull that down. That should be disconnected. To have some tape running along the front end. There we go. There and there. One old screen here, and that's the model number there. Get it out of the way. Bring it down. Let's see what happened here. So that looks to live fairly low down on here. So that's a particular sensor there. A sort of connector for the webcam. Yep. It looks to push in there. Now I'll feed that back down out of the way. So that did remain just partially attached to the screen. Now if I can see what I need to see. Okay. No, I can't quite see down there. Like it needs to live down under. It looks like that's where this cable runs as well. Excuse my hair. Excuse me for a second. Here, I want to compare the connection on the new screen, which we're looking at just fine. So I'm going to run some strips of adhesive along here. And then we'll try and get this into position. I would basically call this method the quick method. I'd say what they want you to do is completely remove the screen off the main board, so taking off all the screws on the bottom and getting in that way. Go right there, on here, take that, fold this over, feed it down, hopefully connect it up. There, that feeds over, and hopefully I can push this down into the groove that's there. Same with over here. There to get it behind the bezel. Go. And there you probably want to make sure it will turn on and display. So I'll just press the power button and see what we get. We have Asus. We are good. Fold that back over. Press and hold the power, turn it off. Now I want to make sure the screen is in the corners up here. Same with on the other side. I want to get this tab out too. This little pull tab. Go, fold that down. Out. And now I want to go through and push the screen on so it's sticking into position. Then go over the corners and click that into position. The trim over the screen. The top half is going to be perfectly easy to do. It's the bottom half where the challenge comes into play. Now work down the bottom here. This part here is going to be the challenge. So a fair bit of that was getting held in by the adhesive. I'm going to say that, they're looking good. Should be able to close and open it with minimal resistance down the bottom here. It's looking alright. Pop it back into place. Then after that, put in the Phillips head screws. And then lastly, after that, we'll put the screw covers back on and you should be right to go from there. There we go. And I find the screw covers. One here. Go down here. Next one. From here. Can go over to here. And hopefully from there, you've now got a working screen in your Asus Vivobook 7E. I'll see you guys later. Bye.